All right. So just for like extra confirmation, if you can hear me, can you just like drop maybe something in the chat box so I know, okay, I'm good to go. Can you help me with that? Help me like drop something in. All right. Okay. Good. Yes, I'll good and clear. Good and clear. Yes. All right, Charles, how are you? That's good. Done with school, right? Okay, so for dollar index, structure is bearish, has been bearish for a long time. You know, we came into this area and it's been going down since. And so what I'm anticipating, today's Friday, so I don't know if we're going to have like that very big move again today. Let me see, Forex Factory, do we have, what news do we have today? Do we have any major news on the DXY? So I mean, it was a very tough week. A lot of red folders. Today we have news by 10:30. That's GBP news today. So if you're trading any pound pair, just be careful. There's news by 10:30, and there's a red folder news. So you can expect some movement. And then by 3:45 p.m. we have flash service PM high, and then we have orange folder same time. And that's all for the week. I mean, it was a busy week in the calendar. So there's news by 3:45, also red folder news, but I'm not sure this news would do what I'm anticipating. Like, I want to see this liquidity get swept, then we can finally come into this area. So I'm not sure today is going to give us like a very big day. No, I'm not sure. I mean, it can happen, you know, on certain things, we can't say, well, it might happen, but I don't think it's going to happen, right? We've had a lot of big movements. And you see, today's Friday, so Thursday was a big day, and then it was Wednesday, Tuesday was a big day also. So this is going to be a play for next week, most likely next week, next 2 weeks. But the directional bias is I still want to see the DXY come to the downside because of the equal lows we have, and then this demand supply area. Okay, and as you can see, price is inside the imbalance already, the daily imbalance. Okay, that's filled it up 100%, but so what I'm anticipating is price should go down from there. Okay, should come down. That's it, right? But then scale down to lower time frames and see what's up. So on the daily, the directional bias is to the downside, still to the downside. Okay, and I mean, it's been doing the same thing over and over again. If you've been like monitoring this asset, okay, created this low here. Just look at this, created the low, yeah, came into this imbalance, distributed. All right, let's go again. Came down, created a new low, came into this imbalance, distributed. Created a new low, came into this imbalance, distributed. Can you see? Created a new low, came into this imbalance, distributed. I mean, same thing over and over again. So now, I mean, it's done it 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe number 5 is going to happen again. Come, create a new low, come into the imbalance, distribute. Same thing over and over again. I mean, we see the patterns, they're repeating each other again. So we can bank on it that that's what's going to happen again, right? Yes, so that's it for DXY. Scale down 4 hours. Let me see. I mean, the lower time frame is still bullish. 4 hours is still bullish, right? You can see we had this structure break. Lower low, lower high, lower low, and then we have this higher high. So in terms of the 4-hour range now, we are bullish, down range, top range on the 4 hours. Okay. Yes, this is the daily top range up here. I still see this imbalance here. So let's see. On the 1 hour, I mean, yesterday I was actually anticipating a buy on 1 hour. Kind of knew yesterday was going to be a bullish day. After the break of structure to the upside, you know, we had this low, lower high, lower low, and then we had this break. I was anticipating a buy opportunity in this area. But I was just so focused. Like I had a sell limit on EU, but it did not activate me early. So I had to delete the limits. And thank God I did, because I'm going to show you what happened on EU like hours after I deleted the markup the limit. This is coming. I just want to show you. All right, so this was the markup I had for DXY. And you see, I marked it up 8:11. I was like 49 minutes before London session. So break a structure. So I actually thought this was going to come down and then I could join this liquidity to the upside. But then see, came down, went up, and then I think it was news or something, spiked it down, still played out, feel the imbalance here, and boom, up we go. All right, just something like this. But then on EU, it was entirely different. Okay, can see if this was like could trade it entry here. Now two ways could have played this. Put a stop loss here, boom, hit stop loss here. You'd have been safe on this trade. But EU actually took out the high. Because I can remember I had like that sell limit for EU. On the 30 minutes, I saw the break of structure. Right, higher high, higher low. Okay, higher high, yeah, higher low, higher high. So I saw the break around this area. I was anticipating this imbalance to play for a sell. This move happened and I saw it just fell to capture the liquidity without me. And I just deleted the limit already. Thank God I did, right? Because you can see, boom, just went up. Took out the high, but DXY did not actually sweep the high. So EU was a little bit too forward with the price action. And now it's way down here. So so I'm just going to use the DX. Guys, I'm coming. Let me pick this call. Sorry. All right, guys. Sorry. News. Yes, it was news, right? News actually took this to the upside and captured the liquidity resting here. So in summary now, what am I looking at? Let's go back to DXY quickly. I don't want us to waste too much time. Okay, I promise. Like you guys are like tired of hearing that, right? Anytime coach comes on the call, like we're not wasting too much time today. I'm gonna be fast with the analysis, and then we start, and I'm still 30 minutes. I'm still on one asset. Not today. Okay. All right. So this is it on the daily time frame. This is the imbalance. So distribution inside this area, and on the 1 hour we are still bullish. And then I was thinking of something on when I was checking this earlier. We have this. I mean, you want up. I mean, Papa says, "Okay, I'm running up now," and then next 20 minutes we're still in. All right, so anticipating distribution. I mean, it's still giving us a bullish structure, as you can see in this area: higher high, higher low, higher high, and maybe all this liquidity here, this liquidity here, and then maybe this one, right? So if that's going to happen, then this buy area is going to hold price to go like to the upside. You know what? Let me just give us like an advice. Just let's stay out, okay, from DXY like today. Let's just EU DXY. Let's just stay out. All right, is that good? Because it could buy, it could sell down. I mean, this area. Let's just stay out. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm coming, guys. All right, sorry, I'm multitasking. Sorry, I'm doing some other stuff. Okay, so like I said, let's just stay out from DXY and EU. Okay, so give me other assets to help you look at. Okay, because aside EU and DXY, I'm just gonna wait. All right, so give me something else to work with. Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq, Bitcoin. I don't want to touch on Nasdaq, even Bitcoin. I don't want to go there. Bitcoin, like I told you guys yesterday, anticipating it to buy, right? That's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. I want it to go up. I mean, currency pair. I've already like analyzed the Bitcoin for you guys yesterday now. I told you guys what I was anticipating yesterday for Bitcoin. So let's talk on something else. Somebody said Nasdaq. Okay. I mean, all these pairs like NASDAQ. Oops. Like sold. Okay, this was our last analysis on NASDAQ. And from what I can see, we have this equal highs, top range. That means when we did the markup, price was here, and it didn't come to fill us in, took out the liquidity, filled the imbalance, even went up and then came down, then up again and then down, and it's back into this area. Where's this place below here? All right, let's check. Okay, let's delete all of this. And this imbalance below, what is it? Okay. I remember. Okay, yeah. I remember saying it was going to come down to this imbalance, right? Feel this imbalance more and then go up from there, right? So we are in that area now. Price is bullish, right? So we have this and we have this. So in this area is good. I'm sure we are at the discount already. Yeah, so accumulation in this place to go up, right? That's what I'll be anticipating. Right, it's very simple. And then on the 1 hour, inside that area, structure is still bearish, right? So we are anticipating accumulation in this area to go up. All right. And then DXY, I'm anticipating DXY to go down the more. So if DXY goes down, NASDAQ goes up, right? So, I mean, and it's okay. DXY is inside the daily imbalance. NASDAQ is inside the daily imbalance. So yeah, that's what I'll be anticipating. So that's it for NASDAQ. Okay, no need to go into lower time frame. There's no play yet. It's still giving us bearish structure. Lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay. Yeah. So which other one? Let me check. GBPJPY. GBPJPY. I think I wanted to talk on GBPJPY yesterday. But then I got carried away with AED chef trade because I can see it's on red. So GBPJPY, after this sell, I took down. I think that was, I've not been in again. Oh, yes, I remember this trade. I remember on the daily time frame, we had a daily break. I mean, we saw all of this coming, right? At first, we saw the buy up, and then we saw the sell down before it happened also. Because price came into the daily imbalance, yeah, and price tapped the imbalance, took out the liquidity, and then we saw the break of structure. It was in the recording we had this week, one of the calls we had this week. And we're like, okay, so downrange. So, oh yeah, and then somebody corrected me in the group as to why where the downrange should be. It should be here. Why? Because after this low, this lower high, this was the lower low. This failed to create a new higher high. Instead, it was like a potential lower high, and then it failed to create a lower low. So therefore, this is the range that led to what this high. So this is the down range for me, and this is the top range exactly. Yes, and then I'm anticipating a sell down to go up. That's what I'll be anticipating based on structure, right? But then I think this pair had one liquidity to the downside. Yes. So if we check clearly on the daily time frame, we have this liquidity here. So if for any reason this structure doesn't hold and we can get prices somewhere here, then I would definitely be banking on this liquidity to get captured. Okay, but then this is still a long way to the downside, right? So most of this move before it gets here, I'm sure this is liquidity for next year, definitely. So this is like 2023 liquidity. We can't get there this year anymore. All right. So even it might not even be next year. So for GJ, based on what I'm seeing, okay, structure is bullish. Okay, so structures. Let me just clear all of this. Okay, it's looking too rough. All right, so structure is bullish here. We had a break of structure in this area. And you see this candle closed by a couple of pips. That's a break for me. And so this is the higher high, came into this imbalance. And then price gave us a distribution. So sell down as it got into 50% of the entire range from here all the way to this high. So yeah, price has touched 50%. So it could go up or it could continue to come down, based on structure. Weekly, monthly. So on the monthly, you can see we're climbing up. So price is like climbing, going to the upside. Has it got into this imbalance? Because there's this big imbalance here, just waiting for price. So price has not gotten there. So now it's gonna be imbalance versus liquidity. Okay, there's imbalance to the upside, there's liquidity to the downside. There's one liquidity there, and there's another one here again. So you see, all right. So what do we have to the upside? Imbalance. What do we have to the downside? Liquidity. So which one is my money going to go for? They're so close to, and from what I'm seeing, the structure is even like, so maybe something like this and then something like this. It's going to take many years, right? So this is not 1 month stuff. This is many years of price action to happen. So if they're going to come for the liquidity, this would be a very good area for distribution to start happening, and then continuous lower pricing, just like this, in this area to capture this. But that is still very, very long. So what do we want for today? Back to the daily time frame. I like to start my analysis from the higher time frame. It gives me the directional bias as to what I feel price is going to do. Just like how, monitored Euro GBP from like October, and then we had a play, I think this month or late last month. So now that we are close to this imbalance up, maybe they're gonna come for this imbalance. So until price proves like go against the structure, then I can start to look for lower pricing. But for now, still bullish, and scale down to the 4 hours. Let me see, what do we have? And so the 4-hour structure is still bearish, as you can see. After this high, had this low, then we have this high, then we have this low. So we have in this area that structure within that structure, the major structure, BOS, right? In terms of the 4-hour range, we have this as the top range. Yeah. So this is more like a counter trend trade. The main trend is bullish, as we can see, but because of some of this liquidity here, we can, maybe anticipate that it's going to sell more into discount areas. And this is the 4-hour time frame. So anything I'm discussing now is most likely like a weekly outlook, because it's going to be like a play for next week. You have this liquidity to the downside here, and then we have all of this more discount entries in this area. Discount levels 618, 71, 78, 78.6, 886. Yes, this, and then on the 1 hour. So on 1 hour, we have that break also in this area, and then price is going up. So now looking at all of this push to the downside, I can see that, structure is balanced, right? Structure looks balanced in this area. Let me see something. This area. So exactly. So we had this liquidity sweep here. Okay, we had this liquidity here that was swept. Equal highs. We'll go to like the 15 minutes. It's going to be obvious. We're going to see it clearly, right? So see equal highs. All of this consecutive push that captured the liquidity to the upside, created imbalance. Okay, created this imbalance. And then after the breaker structure, you can see the breaker structure here. Boom, it came into the imbalance. That was the entry to go down, right? But we missed out on that one. How could we join it now? So in 1 hour, all of this area looks balanced already. Mitigation has happened. The only area now that is looking interesting, it would be this imbalance here. That's all I'm seeing for now. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. And then depending on how this drops, okay, if the low is set here, we're not still at premium. But if price sells down to like this place, then we can start to see premium areas lining up with the imbalance. All right, so very simple, just a push up and then to go down. Remember, daily is bullish. So we're only going to be anticipating sales because we want to see price get into more of the discount areas like 618 and below. I so want to join the retracement to go down. All right. I mean, this was the one of the best play to get in. Here was another opportunity to join the sell. So all of these sales are retracement. Right? Like I told you, some people need to buy against structure in order for structure to be complete. If everybody's buying the higher low, buying the higher low, buying higher low. So who's selling? Who's selling higher high to higher low? Who's selling higher high to higher low? Who is this? So we need to be advanced enough in order to trade the trend and then sell against the trend. I mean, if you can't do that, don't try it. All right, so counter trend 1, counter trend 2, and maybe counter trend 3 from here. So keep an eye in this area for sell on GJ. Yes, I'm done with GJ. I don't want to waste too much time. It's imbalance there. That's the only place I'm seeing. Or maybe it's maybe another mitigation. Maybe. I would just leave the 2 areas down there. So this and then this area here. And do we have more liquidity? Let me see. Nope. So just this one then. So this area and then top range, mitigation candle, and then down range. So number 1, keep an eye here. And number 2, this mitigation. Yeah. All right. So 1 year. So what I'm anticipating is price comes into this area, lower pricing, getting dropped, or it doesn't respect this area, comes into this area here. So there's a mitigation zone from like this area to this area, anticipating, lower pricing, and you join price to go down. Very simple. That's what I've been doing all week. Throughout this week, it's been the same thing over and over again for me. Nothing different. So keep an eye in that area and then mitigation. I'm gonna send it out now. Just like we did for what's the pair? Was it AUD 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 JPY also? Is it AUD JPY? So let me check. So now I'm gonna add this to red. Okay, it's already in red. Is it AUD JPY now? Yeah, AUD JPY. Remember we called out to sell in this area. Gave you guys this imbalance area to keep an eye. The price came there, distributed all the way to the downside. Played 50 level, stop above the first candle, 16 pip, and down we go. I mean, it's still gonna go down, right? I still see this security here, and then I see this. Let me see. This equals. Yeah, still equals to me. So you see this, and this trade is just that very, very perfect trade for us. I remember when we did the analysis for AJ, it was bearish. I don't want to go into how we started, but you can watch the recording, right? It was bearish. We saw this 1 hour break of structure. I told you guys might buy from this imbalance, and it did. And then we're buying the retracement to then sell down again. So you see, this is just like that case where price agrees, like price wants to do what we want. So bought up, gave the opportunity, sold down, gave the opportunity. So I didn't join this sell. I actually took this buy, I think all the way to this area, and all of this I wasn't in. But something like this is what we're anticipating now for um what's the pay again? GJ. So something like that for GJ. Okay, this liquidity. So down movement. All right, so that's for GJ. Which other one was next? Euro JPY. I mean, Euro JPY. Okay, so I don't have this red. That means it's a new. Okay, I see it. All right, I can see this liquidity I marked out here. Seems it's still intact. Okay, they didn't come for it. All right, so let's do a fresh analysis starting from the daily time frame. So the daily time frame, monthly, sorry. Okay, looking interesting. All right, I think I like this. So we have monthly liquidity now. That's liquidity to the upside, monthly. All right, so that's there. And then monthly structure is also bullish, as we can see, right? This high, this ILO, and then this high. I can remember this month was July. I remember there was this, I called out a buy opportunity, EURUSD, yes, in this area. It was based on a structure level around this happened when July, right? Because I can remember it was also this period there was one FTMO trader, is he FTMO trader or MFF trader that made about 500K from EURUSD. They interviewed him and it was like that was where I got to know about the COT data as a COT data. Just was this EURUSD. He explained it. And then I remember I had an 8-hour markup on this, 8-hour markup on this particular, if I can remember clearly. It was an 8-hour markup. Yes, definitely. I remember this was it. It was here. So I had that structure level from here, and then this pushed down around July. I still remember. I was coming. EURUSD. December 2021. April. Oh, jeez. I marked it out like so long. All right, you guys want to see it? I mean, I have all my data available, so all I have to do is just, I'm trying to, yeah. You guys remember I did it April 4th. Sheesh. That means it's not even April 2022, February, March, April, 8-hour. Let me see. 8-hour EURUSD. Or is it something different? It's what time frame? That time frame is not showing. Okay, 8-hour. Yes, here's the one. April 4th, March, May, April 4th. Uh, I'm getting confused. Did they change or maybe I was using a different broker then. Maybe. 134. Okay, I don't want to, let's just proceed. I think somewhere, I'm trying to see where it is exactly. Okay, I think I see it. I candle stands out. All right, let's proceed. I can't find it again. Man, it's somewhere around this area. I think it was this drop or 1, 2 bearish bullish. 1, 2 bearish bullish. 1, 2 bearish. Oh yeah, this was it. This was the markup here. Yeah, this was the drop. Drew it all the way to the front. And I was anticipating accumulation in that area. And then price came to this. Yeah, this was it here. Remember this same trade, that FTMO trader caught it, and then he bought for a long, like gave him a lot of money. Yes, this was the move up. Yeah, that was a markup. I mean, it's good to keep record of your trades. Very, very good to keep record of your trades. I hope you guys used to keep record of it. You asked me some of my markers from like 2 years ago. I still have it. All right, so we have this monthly liquidity to the upside. That's going to be a target at some point. And let's start to identify the areas of on the daily. No, let's go back to the weekly. So that was monthly. Monthly structure is bullish, as we can see. Weekly structure is also bullish. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Can you see? Just been doing the same thing. Higher high, higher low. I mean, over and over and over and over again. Higher high, higher low, and I think it's going up now to give us a higher high. It doesn't want to take out this liquidity yet. So the weekly also is bullish. And then the weekly down range, I'm going to say is, yeah, this is the weekly down range here. So this is the down range on the weekly. Okay, we have internal liquidity here, and this is the top range on the weekly time frame. Yeah. So this is the top range, this is the down range, and this is the internal liquidity. So scaling down, let's see what's up. The daily now. What do we have on the daily? So on the daily time frame, we have this is the weekly range. So price came down to this area. So we have equal lows in this area, and price has given us a daily break of structure. So now the monthly, the weekly, and the daily are now in agreement with each other. I mean, as at this time, as at this period, the daily was in a retracement mode, right? When the weekly was going to create a higher low, the daily was bearish. Give us the break, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then the daily thought to itself, like, I think it's time to be in line with the big boys back. And then broke structure came to a discount entry, 618, and then gave us a daily breaker structure. So now, in terms of the daily range, this is going to be the daily range for me. As so, this place where the liquidity is going to be the down range. Yeah, it's going to be like the down range for me. Okay, that's the down range. Hi, what's up? That's like the down range for me. And it's going to be, let's put this to the center. So this is the daily down range and potentially daily top range. Potentially, okay? Potentially daily top range. Yeah. So now I have this, so we don't get confused. Oh, I'm spending too much time on this pair already. Weekly top range. And ask me a question. What's your question? All right. So this is the daily range. And if we are going to be buying, definitely it's going to be at discount, right? So you draw free swing low, swing high, and are there any areas of interest below 50%? I mean, I see this one above 50. I see this institutional candle, but all of this is above 50%. So therefore, I'm not going to play any of this. Now I start to look more. Do I see any? I see this area here. I see this imbalance. 61, 71 areas. That's where I have the imbalance. So now this is what I'm going to be anticipating before I even take any buy on this. So if there's anything I'm going to be looking out for now, it's going to be sales, maybe a counter trend, which is dangerous. But then to come all the way down here, this is where I'm going to be looking to buy. And we have this liquidity here. So it's going to be like, let's to see what's up. Okay. Can't find the I can find the videos. I can find the liquidity video and group. I can find the beginners group again. Uh, your question. So I like maybe send me a DM so I can like message me privately on Telegram. So I mean, we changed from art to update the phase one group. That was the beginners study group. I've changed it since like for a very long time now. So I have to remove some videos. Which of the liquidity videos exactly? Okay, yeah, might have it. All right, all right. Okay, maybe you can like message Scholar Shade, she'll like send it across to you. But if you're talking about the phase one, because I remember phase one, I changed the like phase one, I added some videos, I removed some, and then we moved to a new group. So if you are not there, you can just message me, I'll send you the link so you join. I mean, if that's what you're talking about. Okay. So EJ is not ready to buy from what I'm seeing. So we have to just wait. Okay, this is the area I'm looking at, this area, like this one, for a buy opportunity. So let's see if we can sell down. If it's possible. If it's, if it's possible to sell down. Uh, no. Let me say no. Okay. But don't worry. Just message me. I would add you to the group. Like if you were in the former one, I can just send you the new one and then you just join. Keep. All right. So this area for a buy on EJ. And let's see if we can sell down. Let's see if it's possible to sell down. So maybe more like a sell to buy kind of. Okay. Oh, really? All right, no problem. You can send me a message too. I mean, I had it pinned in the general group for like many months. If you know, the new group has been, we've changed, I've moved the videos to a new phase one group. Just use this link to join. You understand? I mean, it was pinned for a very long time. 4 hours. Let's see. What do we have in 4 hours? The 4 hour is just starting to retrace. 4 hour is also bullish. Okay. 4 hour is also bullish. Check the 1 hour. What 1 hour is also uh still bullish. Check 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. I think it was around those time frames we started to have the break. So look at what happened on the 5 minutes. But then how would you have known that the high was already going to be set? See the distribution, higher high, higher low, higher high, break of structure, right? So it broke structure, retest into the imbalance, stop at this place. I mean, you could have caught all of this retracement. This is the earliest entry you would have gotten if the daily has started the retracement. This should have been the best and like the best entry for you. Okay, this place here, stop above this high. 20, 5 minutes time frame. So if I was to play this, my entry would have been at 20 level with a 22 pip stop loss. And imagine we are taking this all the way to like, I mean, this is just the retracement is just starting. And if like we're gonna take this all the way down here, that's like a 1 to 17 already. But that's too early. Okay, still too early. And was there okay, there was a little imbalance here, not price field. So what I'm going to say is let's go back again to the 15 minutes. Um, um, let's check 30 minutes. Okay, okay. I mean, we're trying to catch the retracement now, so we need to be careful. Else, we need to be careful. Okay, we need to be careful. I mean, we missed out on the first one up here. So the only place I'm seeing on this 30-minute now is this imbalance. So that's what I'm going to call out. Okay. Could be dangerous, but might be worth it. Okay. So we have this 30 minutes range as the top range. Yeah. You caught it. Wow. Congratulations. That means you kept an high. That's good. All right, so we have this top range on 30 minutes. This is the down range, but I don't know if it has been set. I'm just going to go with top range and then this imbalance here. Okay. I mean, I don't want us to have like a limit order straight in, limit stop at this high. Number one, that's above 30 pips, unless maybe I want to play 14600. So if I'm playing 14600, stop loss can be like 30 pips maximum, which is maximum for me. But I mean, I'm not seeing that clear structure like high, low, high. This is just like structure within the main structure break, giving us lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, so if the structure is going to continue forming, then something like this would be favored. But I don't want you to get in and then be trapped. So you wait for like lower time frame entry. Okay, because again, it's bullish. Okay, I want you to have that at the back of your mind. Price is bullish. So we're just trying to catch the retracement. Okay, so we have liquidity here. And I saw this bigger one here. Okay, so we have this 1 year also. So then we have this one also, and then the area. So not limits. So keep an eye for like distribution in this area. Okay. So I'm gonna put sell here. How do I make the liquidity visible now? I have to go full screen mode. Okay. All right, so this is it. Control. Yes. All right, so I'm gonna send it out to you. Help me drop it in general group. So you caught this sell, man. That's amazing. That's really good. So this is the bold one. You can have this one also. All right, so please let me drop it in the group. And the daily time frame, I'm going to discuss that when we have weekly outlook on Sunday and Monday. I'll talk about this one here. But you guys on the call, you already know what's up. So that's for EJ, possible sell to buy. All right. So I think that's going to be all. I think that's going to be all. Okay. I mean, if you guys look at, let me say this. From Monday, we've been having calls, right? We had calls on Monday, we had calls on Tuesday, we had a call on Wednesday. Yesterday there was no call, but today, Friday, we had a call. So what I want you to do is just take out time to watch those videos from like Monday till today. And then you're going to notice it is the same thing I keep doing. The same thing I keep doing over and over again. If you are a witness to that, like just drop some ones in the chat box. If what I'm saying is true, just drop some ones in the chat box. It's the same thing over and over again. So just one person has dropped the one. Another person, another person, another person, another person. It's the same thing over and over again. Trading doesn't have to be too complex. I mean, it's easy. We mark out this area as price comes there, and then boom, we get our play. It's always the same thing. I think where the where the problem comes is number one, patience. Are you patient enough to wait for price to get there? Two, do you have the time? Okay, patience and time come together. You understand? And then when price finally gets to your point of interest, either you get him the limit order or not, now depends on price to either go in your direction. Yeah, same thing, regardless of anything people coming up with, you stick with what is working for you. And I respect that. Yes, man. Has been the same thing over and over again. Psychology, I mean, when you say, the way I've seen it about psychology is, my psychology doesn't get messed up because I follow the same principle. That's just it. When you try to do this, you try to do something else, you try to do something else, you try to do this, that, it tends to affect you. I don't have issues with psychology as regards trading anymore because it's the same thing I'm doing over and over again. So there's no reason for me to be affected like my psychology is affected. When I take a loss, I know I'm going to recover it back. It might take a while, but I'm going to recover it back because it's the same thing I'm doing. That's it. I'm not trying out a new strategy and then it doesn't work and then I try something else. There's no way your psychology will not be affected. And I believe that if you do the same thing consistently, you shouldn't have issues, dealing with psychology. Psychology that has to do with, you take a trade, you lose it. Have you tried taking 10 trades in a week? Have you tried aiming for 1 to 3 consistently and then winning just 3 trades out of 10? Have you done that in a week? No. So if you do the same thing over and over again, one thing over and over again, I don't think you should have issues with psychology because now it becomes you become starting. So you are nothing, you're now one. So you don't even have to be worried about it because you've seen it happen over and over again. I've taken some trades and I've had drawdowns on my account that takes me 1 month to recover. That doesn't mean I'm not a good trader. It's because of me sticking to the same risk and same principle. I mean, I recover, but it might take a while. And then the account goes up after like this week now. I've experienced I mean, the wins, the risk to reward has been so much this week that it's going to take many losing trades to go back to where my account was. If I follow the same principle, I mean, I can decide to risk all the profit this week. And if it doesn't go my way, my account is back to where it is in just one trade. But if I'm to go by the same principle I've been using, it's going to take me to, I'm going to lose many trades in order to go back to where it is. That's if I do not withdraw and all of that stuff, right? Yes. So just try to do the same thing over and over again. Watch the videos from Monday down to this, today, Friday. We've had like 4 calls and see the trade ideas, the way I'm marking the chart up. Is the same thing over and over again. All right, Fab. So have a nice day. I will drop the recording in the general group. Okay. All right. So thank you so much. Take care.